There was a recent thing that unfolded on the Twitch platform involving Asmongold, who's right now probably one of the biggest streamers in the world, Vanilla Mace, and QT Cinderella.
I'm not going to change, though. I'm not going to...
Yeah.
I will never believe that if I'm kind to a hateful person, that means I agree with them. I will never believe that. No matter what you guys say, I won't believe it. Because at the end of the day, if I'm around a racist person, I'm just not... They are, yes. But how am I supposed to help them ever? By cutting them off? No. Like, I get it. You guys can think in black and white, but that's not how it works over here. The thing is,
Yeah.
it's like, I was raised in a very religious family. Unfortunately, there are people in my family that are bigoted. There are people in my family that are, there's people in my family that are like, but I still love my family, right? And I still know that there are that members of my family have good qualities.
All right, so did you follow that? She's talking about a family member.
I think so.
And like they have views that are
Rossi's
or transphobe, whatever it could be. And she's like, I'm gonna stick by them, even if I disagree vehemently with their opinion.
Okay.
All right.
My stepbrother is trans, and my dad refuses to use the correct pronouns, and it drives me crazy, and it drives my stepbrother crazy, of course. But I've had to say to my dad, Dad, you know it's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna hurt you to say the correct pronouns, but it does hurt him when you say the wrong ones.
Right.
You know what the difference is I'm able to have this conversation with my dad because I'm open-minded and we love each other. My stepbrother just says fuck off and won't talk to my dad. So there's no progress being made. Sorry for the
I feel like it's a no, don't be sorry. It's like, again, it's like one of those things where it's like, dang, like it is like a hard thing. Cause again, like there's definitely people in my family as well that like are like pretty Trumpy and like
pretty Trumpy. But the clip goes viral. QT actually asked her to delete the stream because, you know, a lot of people knew how the clips would look. So they were like trying to do damage control. But internet, bitch, it lives forever. Anyway, she apologizes afterwards because it goes viral.
Wait, hold on. She apologized for what?
You're about to find out. You're about to find out. You're impatient, bro.
I'm really sorry. Like, I've heard what a lot of people are saying, and I am sorry for the hurt that I've caused people. If you don't want this apology, then it's not for you. And clearly you're not hurt, but I'm apologizing to people that I've hurt, and that's important to me. So if you're a part of the queer community and I've hurt you, I am sorry. If you are a person of color who I have hurt, I am sorry. The way I was wording things was very like irresponsible and wrong. I understand why it was hurtful. I've read the comments, believe it or not.
What?
I'm old.
You're old?
I'm old. Who's
so
that?
This is one of her best friends. Her name is Valkyrie.
I did tell her, I was like, QT, I do think your tone doesn't help because you inherently sound really angry all the time. You sound really, and she knows. I was like, you're very blunt. I think it's your tone, you're blunt, and it just comes off poorly, especially, you know, and I was like, you're also the whitest woman I know.
Bitch, you're transparent.
It also...
Wow, I'm sorry.
To be fair, the screen is making it worse. Okay, you see her here, she looks more Filipino-ish.
Carry on, my bad.
And it also is just, you know, you being so white. It doesn't help. It doesn't help.
Her being so white is a mistake. She should fix that.
Her heart, but I know her. I know her heart. It's just because she wants to help, but I feel like there's ways we can do it better.
So what are you saying, my girl? You're saying that she said something up and you're gonna stand by her and explain to her what she did, which is exactly what the fuck the other chick did. Am I getting this wrong?
You're doing great.
She's not a fake ally. Do not say that. Do not say that. Her co-host is gay. Hello? She has gay friends.
Yes,
okay?
she has black friends too. That's never been an excuse. But what did she do? Nobody here explained it. You see all these fuckers? You see all these? You don't see them. You just see him. But all these fuckers are here, including him. Nobody's explaining what the f did she do?
I think this is even funnier because you guys can't see this, but it's just me and Preach in the room. And this is like a really weird monologue he's having.
It is crazy. All these laughs and I'm still talking alone. Yeah, whatever.
That's all part of the soundboard. Why are
Yeah,
you pretending?
attention.
Why are you pretending like we don't have a soundboard where I press buttons and get a laugh track?
Okay, cool, sure. Whatever.
Okay, what are you gonna pretend like everything is the same as it was before?
Yeah.
Is the floor here too?
100%. They hear it.
Yeah, it's them walking right now.
No, it's me. And you bouncing. You're bouncing.
Okay.
So,
All right, comment. I like that clip. She's not fake. She's just white. Let's get Asmongold. I'm not a big fan of this rat, but he had a take on this, and I think it's part of the conversation.
rat, you said?
Part of the reason why she's receiving backlash is because she's being so white.
Context. One of the most popular and most progressive streamers is getting cancelled for saying this.
In my family that are, there are people in my family that are, but I still love my family. And what's most important to get people to love other people is to love them.
She right.
But my father is at times. I don't support that. Period. The end. But I still love my dad, and I'll go to coffee with him tomorrow. But I don't support that.
She's getting canceled for being normal.
You're also the whitest woman I know. You know, you being so white. It doesn't help.
The fact is that a lot of the people that are hating on QT do genuinely hate white people. I hate when white people say the dumbest shit then try to act innocent.
Okay.
You know what, my girl? The QT Cinderella, you know what you should do? You should call my man, Stevie J. Stevie Ninth, whatever, this guy, the cowboy, all right? Cowboy Prince on a horse. He's going to come and save you. She's white.
Well, I understand why she cares. She's around people who are from these communities who are probably hurt by the stuff that she said. So her saying I could care less probably is not a good idea. I think it's okay to her say I disagree, but if you have people from these communities and they are bothered by what you say, you should care. Doesn't mean you should agree with them. Doesn't mean you should bow down or whatever, but.
You could see in the clips, you know who I am, you know what I stand for. If you're someone who's been watching me, then you already fucking know. If you're a first-time fucking chatter and you're just joining off of clips that you've seen on TikTok and you don't know shit about me or that you're going to make. But people who know me and know my character and know what I stand for, know how I'm going to go about this.
This is what happens. They will throw you under the bus in a second.
I am telling you right now that I did not agree with that, okay? I'm telling you right now that I did not agree with that.
She literally was so nice to us. I'm so confused. And now she's agreeing with people and that she's uncomfortable with what QT's saying?
Yep,
what is...
Yeah, bro. She switched up on you real quick because she don't give a fuck about you. She only went to your event, man, because you're popular. Let me tell y'all something. This is for anybody like Ray or QT Cinderella, any of these people. This audience of weird, mentally ill losers are not the only people on the internet. You might think that there's a lot of them because they're all liking each other's stuff and they're very coordinated, but there's actually a very small amount of them. You don't have to live in according to what the most uncharitable take is towards what you believe. Stop living in the shadow and stop being a slave to these freaks.
What do these people do? I feel so old. So what is that do they do on the internet?
So thoughts?
You look like you took a shower.
I don't know about that, Chief.
I still don't understand what the fuck she did wrong.
Well, they think it's bad that she's keeping her in her life because it's like family. Imagine your stepbrothers feeling that you're still spending all this time with this person who's constantly belittling his existence.
And it's okay
What is okay?
to keep that person in her life.
Speak on that, because you understand now. Finally.
No, I don't.
You've been waiting all fucking night, bro.
No,
You finally caught up on this nerd streamer shit?
That's one of the only chances, one of the few chances that person that is belittling her stepbrother has to change their mind, is if that person is speaking to them calmly or trying to like, let me spoon feed you that shit so that you can understand. You know what I mean? Casting people away, sometimes they don't understand. They just think that, well, you're right. You just that's how you radicalize people. But if you spoon feed, you understand the person. You're like, hey, I understand where you're coming from, but let me show another perspective, and you talk it down to some people. You don't always have to yell at people to make your point and yell at them and then call them names and stuff. Sometimes it's just like, hey, remember that shit you did? Yeah, it's like whenever you raise kids. Yeah, but he's a grown ass man. Yeah, but for that topic, he's a kid. He's new to the concept. You understand? Sometimes, yes, you can yell at a kid, but always yell at a kid is not the right way to make them understand things or make them grow. Sometimes you sit them down. Hey, you see that dumb shit you did? Yeah. I told you not to do it. Yeah. You did it? Yeah. You got burnt?
Yeah, but what about her tone? Because like her tone, she
what was
just
wrong
seemed
with her
like
tone?
she was just like, I'm gonna stick with this person. Like it is what it is. Like I don't care. I'm gonna keep being nice. Like I guess the issue is that I feel like it was insensitive and not consider the fact that people really are dealing with these people that may even be in her life and they be impacting their lives. And it's just, she's just like, well, I'm going to stick with them. Like, I'm going to keep being nice. It's like, You know, it's very dismissive to people who might be suffering and who are marginalized. Yeah, see, I got you speechless because I did my thing.
The point is that if you keep them around and you're not talking about anything, you're just like letting them be. No, she's actually having the conversation with them. Like, hey, by the way, she's clocking them. Who else is gonna do that? So what do you want? You want us to not ever have interaction with those people that don't think like you? Never. So you don't have interactions with them. They cut them off. How are they supposed to evolve? That seed that you planted grew and I was able to change. How? If nobody talks to them, they're going to stay in the echo chamber and you're going to stay in your echo chamber and everybody stays to the, so segregation. You're woke, but you want segregation. Not by color, of course, but segregation by way of thinking. Is that what's going on? Just yell at them and mess them up. That's what we want. Yeah. Talking with people, talking it out with people, having conversations, sitting down people. That's how you're able to change. You had that guy that you spoke about, I think it was like 2 streams ago, that was talking to all those KKK members and was able to turn them and just give me your robe. He was able to talk to them.
Davis is one of the few African Americans you will ever find attending a KKK rally. More than attending, he is welcome.
I got more respect for that black man than I do you white out there. I'm a far right man to hell on back because I believe in what he stands for and he believes in what I stand for. A lot of times we don't agree with everything, but at least he respects me to sit down and listen to me.
A black man was able to talk with people from the KKK and be able to, hey, you know what? If you change your mind, give me your robe. Up to 200 robes or something like that he has in his closets right next to Myron.
I'll give that to you.
Yeah, okay. No, you still speak to them. You said love. How could you love a racist? It's her dad. Yeah. Anyways, whatever. Maybe I'm fucking crazy.
You're not crazy. I think that if someone didn't want to keep someone like that in their life, they're justified. Right? Like, you don't have to keep family members or people close to you because they have bigoted views. That's a very reasonable take to have, in my opinion. And I think it's also reasonable to be the other way. Both things can coexist. I think it's interesting that people are like, white people, I can't believe, like,
first of all,
I know
so
damn
white.
Well your immigrant parents got bigoted views. Like, all of our parents did. If yours don't, you're a f***ing liar, okay? They all have something either against the specific genders, ethnicities. I mean, most of us can probably go to our parents, name one ethnicity, and your parents are going to go off. 95% of them, they're going to go off if it's Indians. We all know that, right? So, and like, that's just normalized nowadays, I'm to be honest. And I think that's also true for a specific set of culture or people from a specific tribe or religion. Shit, if you're a Muslim and you bring up Shias, I know plenty of Muslim parents, well, poof, I name, and they're going to start spitting. My mom, love you, Mom, if you're watching.
First time you met me, hey.
Yeah.
She thought I was moving.
Now, people are going to make the argument, hey, well, it's different, you know, white people systems. Like, But on a micro scale, I think using that to people and expecting them or being upset at them because they didn't abandon their parents is a bit ridiculous, in my opinion. Personally, I think this is a terminally online thing. That's why you see most of these responses on Twitter and all these goofy-ass places. Like, it's not a reasonable thing to think that people are going to look at people from previous generations who didn't grow up on the internet like we did and be like, bitch, you're yes, everyone in my generation is. To be honest with you, like, oh, shit, I've heard some things from immigrant parents that are like,
oh, 100%.
not using the right pronouns, you think that's bad?
Oh, wow.
Not using the right, just check your favorite streamer. Go talk to their parents. I promise you, it probably goes much harder than that shit. I think it's like white folks, when these discussions come up, they're giving like the least amount of rope to themselves with.
But they got the biggest neck, so they need more rope.
Fair. I know what that means, but it's provocative.
It gets the people going.
But yeah, me watching this whole interaction and just seeing the reaction, seeing the girl being like, I was so uncomfortable. Like, even though in the clip she looks very comfortable and she's just yapping along with her.
I am not in the headspace to just deal with what I already knew was going to come from that. I am telling you right now that I did not agree with that, okay? Did not agree with most of the things that were said.
As soon as this backlash comes up, bitch, I don't know who you. It's like, okay.
That's crazy.
That's a wild thing.
Wild.
You was in on the heist, and then afterwards, what is that joke by Dave Chappelle? You just didn't like your cut?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think there's a lot of people that are slaves to their audiences. And if they get negative response from their audiences, they immediately react viscerally. And my girl's asking me this the other day because I was getting like a flood of DMs from Fresh and Fit fans being like, nigga, you gay. I know you gay. And I was like, word, how am I gay? He's like, I saw you dancing with a girl. I was like, word. Real DMs. I'll pull it up on screen. It was crazy. But it doesn't bother me. I get floods of hate all the time.
Of course.
And the reason why it doesn't bother me is the same reason why I don't build my self-esteem on positive stuff online. And this is, I think, the best way for anyone who's trying to do social media. This is my opinion about the best way to do it. You don't let positive comments affect you. And if you don't let positive comments affect you, negative comments can't affect you. The moment you take in the positive reinforcement from strangers online and let yourself be defined by that, the negative stuff is also part of the equation. And naturally, as human beings, we're always going to gravitate towards negative feedback. It's natural. You can receive 10 compliments, you receive one bad one, and shit, you fucked up for the whole week. Especially if they found your sore spot, bitch, I'm fat, and it's over. And it's not to say when you guys said nice things, I'm not like grateful, because I am grateful. You guys have changed my life, and I'll always be grateful. But gratefulness is completely different than basing your self-esteem or how you feel about yourself on people. How many times have I made content and it pissed off my fans? I didn't care. Not because I want them to be pissed off, because I said what I believed in. You're here, you're not, that's your choice. These folks don't operate that way. They are very much, I think the term is audience capture. Mm-hmm. They're possessed by their idea of what the audience wants. Because you could have a minimal amount of people leaving comments. And if they're loud or they're present enough, that tells you what the audience feels in mass. Even though most people who watch videos don't comment. Most people who are seeing this stuff are just like, I don't really give a fuck. Mm-hmm. But they're audience captured and they're so sensitive that they have no chance.